forecast reading. Right, I'm going to repeat as I always do. I'm in the bushveld in South Africa. It's a beautiful place. We're surrounded by wildlife. It's very hot today. That's why I'm dressed so very casually. The internet can also be a little bit dodgy where I live, unfortunately. That's the downside of it. The upside of it is beautiful and there's wildlife. But I do only disappear for a few seconds, so bear with me if I do. I'm promptly back again. Also, if you'd like a personal or private reading from me, I will put that link in the description box below. I just want to fix my light a bit. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to do the Oracle card as the theme for the month of January. Then I'll do your tarot cards and, of course, a relationship reading. Right, so first up, the theme for Gemini for the month of January is fork in the road. Decisions time, huh? So and I see the number 13. Pay attention to the number 13 because it very much popped up there, okay? So the number 13 is going to have relevance. The 13th of January, maybe. 13 number will crop up in this choice or decision. Maybe it will guide you to the right choice or decision. I'll always say when this card comes up, it's not a choice or decision that suddenly jumped on you. You've been on this road knowing that that fork in the road is coming up at some stage. January, you reach that fork in the road. It's actually time to make that choice or decision, okay? Remember, the number 13 will help you out somehow. For each of you, that's going to play out differently, right? Okay, so let's see what the tarot cards tell us about this story. They'll flesh out the story for us. Okay, first card up is Temperance. Quite a scary looking card in this deck. In other decks, the Temperance card is always rather a lovely card. Not in this particular deck. I'll come back to it because I'm going to pull a few cards, see where the story is going. The next card up is the Chariot. Interesting, horses, fork in the road kind of story being repeated. Okay, and the third card is the Ace of Coins. So this is quite nice. So if we look at this already, now Temperance, yeah, in this card, it's like the boogeyman coming at you, right? And finding that equilibrium, even though your fears are chomping at your heels, okay? That's the kind of feeling I get, and especially if you look at this card. In this particular deck, it has that feeling. You maybe feel worried and scared a little bit by the choice that you need to make, but the card is saying that you're looking for the choice that suits you the best, that will be the least disruptive. Those are the words I'm hearing, okay? The Chariot says this will involve a journey. The Chariot is always about a journey. It's either an internal journey or it's an outward journey. You know what? It's usually both, okay? At this time, I will say that there's an outward journey involved. That's the kind of feeling I get. This is very much based on material, earthly decisions, okay? Now, the Ace of Coins in this card has all those stars. It has what is virtually a mandala in the middle. It's quite peaceful. It has loads of potential, lots of stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars to wish on. 6 wishes. 6 wishes will come true on this journey. Well, there we go, okay? But it's an earthly journey. So that's why I'm also more inclined to say with a Chariot that this is going to actually have, hey, hello Lorna. Okay, so this is actually some kind of journey coming up for you, some kind of actual physical journey coming up for you. You're going to feel things biting at your heels, nipping at your heels, okay? I get that distinct message for you. But ultimately, this journey, whatever it is, will bring you 6 wishes. It's interesting because that's been coming up quite a lot in the readings that I've been doing this far for January. There's something about wish fulfillment. And I'm not surprised because after the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, it will affect a different area of your life, okay, for different people. But there's definitely some kind of wish fulfillment coming up. Hiya! All the little emoticons coming up on the comments. Yes, so if you're hearing me speaking, I'm replying to the comments that are coming up, okay? So next, Gemini, oh, you've got the Ace of Cups as well, okay? So you've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Coins. Always in this deck, the Ace of Coins is always, or the Ace cards, 444 as I said that, right? There's a lot of stuff going on here in the background, isn't there? The Ace is always potential, ripe potential. It's the first step we take in a specific direction. Here it's your feelings and your earthly pursuits, okay? So this, whatever this journey is, and it's a fork in the road, you're going to take a particular fork. You're going to feel something nipping at your heels, but there's huge potential here. There's potential for wish fulfillment, 6 wishes. It is earthly, but it has to do with your feelings as well, okay? So even though the coins cards are normally about the material, the things we can touch and feel and taste, and very often about the way we earn our money, the way we use our resources. But here it is also about very closely connected to your feelings, okay? And both show huge potential. So as you set off on this journey, there is huge potential. Okay, let's see what is next. The High Priestess. Okay, nice card this. You see the archway and the dark moon on one side and the light moon on the other side. And in between that archway is an ancient manuscript, I would say. Okay, I'm saying you are going back through a portal you have been through before. Okay, you're wiser this time. You have a little bit more knowledge on your side. There's always the thing of choices that will be made. Some will be good, some will be not so great, okay? But you have more wisdom with you this time, whether you have yourself earned that wisdom or whether it will come to you that you've been here before. I'm hearing that you have been here before. Whether it's this lifetime, I don't think so. I think in another lifetime, you're going through that same portal again. Once again, lots of little stars in the background. So this time round, when you step onto the journey and you go through the portal, you have the potential, great potential, to change the story. Next card up though is 8 of Swords. Now, he stands there watching a man that is bound with a chain. This is interesting. I'm going to take a few more cards because I want to see what this is about for you guys. Okay, I have a feeling. The Wheel of Fortune. And it is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune turns and you step on and you step off as life goes along. In this, there is writing in the background, which is once again very similar to the kind of thing that is written on this script. Okay, this is an old story of yours. It is the Wheel of Fortune turning again. The 8 of Swords says you're either feeling imprisoned now or you might feel imprisoned by the choice that you make. But it's the Wheel of Fortune turning and you've stepped through this portal before and there's huge potential for something to shift, okay? Queen of Cups, lovely card. Ultimately, no matter what this choice is or this journey is, it's going to be about how you feel. The Queen of Cups, she harnesses her feelings, uses her feelings, sustains her feelings in a way that enriches herself and her environment. Okay, but that is a lovely, lovely card. She's bathing in the moonlight. There's a bee above her, she's worked. There's the lotus blossoms, there's the dragonflies. Dragonflies are all about acknowledging the truth, okay? Getting rid of the denials, acknowledging the truth. The lotus flower is always about the blossoming of the higher self. So if we look at the story, it's quite a story, okay? I'm going to recap it for you. You come to a fork in a road, you need to make a choice or decision. You feel as if something's nipping at your heels. There is some kind of journey involved here. There's huge potential on this journey for 6 wishes to come true. You may feel tied down, but you have wisdom on your side, and this is the Wheel of Fortune turning, okay? And that portal that you go through, this is now metaphorically speaking, if you use the wisdom properly, this time the story will have a different ending. We're not talking about this lifetime, we're talking about another lifetime that it had a different ending. You've been given the opportunity to change the ending. You've been given huge potential this time, okay? The Temperance card for me often is about finding that middle path, finding the equilibrium, not chasing after the highs and not sinking into the lows, okay? That's also the message that I'm hearing. Quite a profound message for you guys. The fact that you finish on the Queen of Cups, the final card, tells me you will find that equilibrium. You will confront your denials. You will work hard. You will find the emergence of the higher being. in this journey. Okay, just remember that the Ace of Coins and the Ace of Cups is in this selection for you. So the potential is ripe. Your choices, your decisions, how you deal with them is what is going to sort of, shall we say, flesh out the story and ultimately decide how it turns out. But no matter what the journey is, the outcome will have you feeling, it's not control of your feelings, it's comfortable in your feelings, okay? At home in your feelings. Your feelings are not, you're not at loggerheads with your feelings, wishing they would change, that you didn't feel like that. You're going to be very comfortable with the way you feel. That's a very interesting read, guys. Listen to it again a few times, and especially as January moves along, because it'll probably start meaning more to you then. Right now, you might not have taken the first steps into this journey or the fork in the road, but you could have. If you haven't, it's still coming. And there you have your reading to help you move through it. I want to say that, because I keep seeing the words and the written word. So that's going to help you somehow. It's going to come into help you make choice and decisions somehow, that so you don't feel so tied down. Maybe you have felt very tied down. Maybe you feel the choice or decision that you make is going to tie you down. But ultimately, it's not going to. Ultimately, it has huge potential in store for you. Okay, relationship cards. First one up is children. Okay, and I'm reading for those of you in relationships as well as those of you that are going to be wanting relationships. Honeymoon. Okay, and unrequited love. Okay, and finally separation. I'm not going to finish on a separation card. I like happy endings. Finances and career. Okay, so if I look at all these cards, children could be playing a part in what transpires in your relationship life in January. For those of you that are married with children, you might decide you need a little bit of time away. You're going to go away and you are going to have some peace and quiet. Maybe because you feel as if you haven't really been connecting with each other. Like you reach out and that person's too busy, they don't notice, or they're feeling that way about you. You may even have had to spend a bit of time apart, or might have to spend a bit of time apart in January. I would say due to some kind of business thing that's happening, okay? So it's up and down energy for you guys where relationships are concerned. I think your focus is going to be on your practical life, on your career, your goals, your aspirations. Definitely if you're married and you have children, you might find time to go and spend a little bit of time together so that you can kind of reconnect, because you are going to be spending time apart because of this, because of finances and career. If you're looking for a relationship at the moment, your focus is on your practical life, as is most of ours given the strange times we're living in. So it's always then kind of difficult to manifest a good relationship because all our energy is actually invested in some other area of our lives. Our worry even can be invested in another area of our life, and no matter where, if it's your focus, your energy, or your worry, that's where the manifestation is going to take place. So I would say that January probably isn't the greatest month for relationships. You're too focused on the practical aspects of your life. We would need to see what is coming up in February to see if there is something better there. And as I say that, I'm going to pull a card for February, because why not? Haha, okay. Codependency, and under that a soulmate. I knew there was the card I was looking for. So possibly what can come in February is more along the lines of a soulmate, but it first comes in to fill a gap in your life. That's as much as I'm telling you now. You'll have to watch in February to read the rest of the story. Okay, so that is your reading for January, Gemini. Huge potential here. You're stepping through a portal in January with massive potential. It's that wheel of fortune turning. You make a decision, you make a choice, you're heading down a road, but it is a portal. Remember that the potential is huge. So even if you feel tied down in the beginning, you have the Queen of Cups as your final card. Okay, so don't get too, I'd say, embroiled or tied down in the fact that you feel the decision is tying you down or it's nipping at your heels. It has huge potential for you. Right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for saying hello, everybody. Lorna, too. Thank you so much, Lorna. It's always lovely that you chat to me. I'm wishing you lots of love and hugs for the month of January. And I'll just repeat again, if you'd like a reading with me, that link will be in the description box below in a few moments. And thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, all of those things. I appreciate it. We'll speak again soon.